So, 2026 marks Sonic's 35th anniversary. So, to celebrate the occasion, I thought I would rank every single mainline classic Sonic game released up to this point. I don't think I need to explain what a classic Sonic game is, so I won't. So let's get right into the ranking. In dead last, we have Sonic 3D Blast. This game is fine. Not amazing or anything, but yeah, it's fine. It's completely passable. As a 3D Genesis game, it's really impressive. However, looking at it now, it's just kinda boring. On top of that, the art style hasn't really aged that well, at least on Genesis. While I'm mainly basing this off the Genesis version, the Sega Saturn version looks really solid and has a way better soundtrack, along with having some of the best special stages in the series. But all in all, no matter what version you play, it's just a fine game. A game that's impossible to hate, but also impossible to like. Next we have the first Sonic game. Sonic 1 is the definition of the middle of the road. Half the zones are good, half the zones are bad. The controls and music are really solid, the story works for the time, and it has a pretty good theme that works for Sonic. The stage environments are also really good, and the bosses are pretty uninteresting. The special stages are god-awful. There's good aspects and bad aspects, overall weighing out to be the most 5 out of 10 game in the series, if you ask me. Next up, we have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This game is a massive step up from Sonic 1. We got a way better stage selection, a massive improvement in graphics and music. We got introduced to the best Sonic character ever, as in Tails. However, the back half of the game drops the quality off a cliff. The last stages of the game, like Metropolis, Sky Chase, and Oil Ocean, are pretty bad. On top of that, the bosses, just like in Sonic 1, are still really uninteresting. However, it's still a really fun Sonic game with a ton of replayability. That's not even mentioning the fact that it added the spin dash, probably one of Sonic's best and most iconic moves of all time. Next, we have potentially the most controversial placement on the list, Sonic Superstars. This game is really fun in my opinion. The Emerald powers are really varied and shake up the level design and are fun to use. The multiple playable characters are really good and are fun to play as. Trip was a really cool addition to the cast. Fang coming back was really cool. The game has animated cutscenes built into the story, even though the animated cutscenes don't look as good as previous ones, but that's besides the point. The art style is really good, the level design is solid. My main issues stem from the horrendous story, which doesn't know what to do with itself, and the awful boss fights that take forever to beat. These things hold back the game a ton in my opinion. However, that doesn't take away from the many strengths this game has over the previous ones on the list. Next we have Sonic 3 and Knuckles. This was easily the best game on the Sega Genesis. The story was really good at the time, and even now is still pretty solid. The level environments are some of the best they've ever been, the level design is amazing, the special stages are really handled well, as in, you don't have to collect 50 rings anymore, you can just find a giant ring in the stage. And that's not accounting for the fact that the special stages themselves are pretty crap. The music is awesome. I wouldn't say there's anything that holds this one back, except for maybe Sandopolis Act 2. In second place, this might be very controversial, but I have Sonic CD. Well, you may be asking, what makes this game better than all the previous ones? Well, there are numerous aspects. For one, the game has an amazing story, probably the best story on the list. They pack a surprising amount of environmental storytelling in order to get the message across, along with introducing Metal Sonic, which is one of Sonic's coolest rivals. On top of that, the level design is really good. It's probably one of the most momentum-focused games on the list, because depending on how you use your momentum, you can blast through these stages in different ways, and it's very fun. On top of that, the soundtrack is amazing, specifically the Japanese soundtrack. However, this game pales in comparison to the number 1 spot. Okay, what else would it be other than Sonic Mania? One of the greatest Sonic games ever made. Every ounce of this game is just amazing, whether it's the amazing soundtrack, which is probably one of the best gaming soundtracks of all time, or the amazing level design where every single level is fun to play, whether you're a casual or a speedrunner. The Encore Mode DLC adds Mighty and Ray as playable characters, which are some of the most fun characters to play as in 2D Sonic, while also paying homage to a forgotten era of the series. On top of that, the special stages are some of the best in the series. Even though some of the stage themes are reused from past Sonic games like Green Hill, Chemical Plant, it still is used in a really fresh way, and they shake up the stages with new gimmicks and stuff, which make it less like retreading the past and more like paying homage to an old era of the series while taking a cool and unique spin on it. There are even some animated cutscenes thrown in there that look beautiful. We have an opening theme made by the GOAT, Hyper Potions. I have little to no problems with this game. Truly a masterpiece through and through. So that's my list. Tell me if you agree down in the comments, or if you don't agree with me, tell me what your ranking would be. I'd probably do this for the 3D Sonic games next if this does well. So I'll probably do that next. So that's all from me. Peace.